Okay, GM everyone. Hopefully 4 bits of content today, and I'm starting first with the GMers. So an NFT project review for the GMers. FRD stands for some research done. And as always, do your own research. The NFT space is an incredibly risky space. None of this is financial advice. This is just opinions. This is just some of the things that I've managed to find out. And the GMS project, overall, what we're going to talk about is how it's the largest DAO in Solana. Going to do a project update for the 12 days since Moon. Look at what's been delivered and give a bit of a verdict on this project. So without too much further ado, let's step forward here and let's have a look at basically I've taken this straight from the website. So their overall mission statement is about invest together, vibe together, thrive together. Effectively it's a collection of 50,000 NFTs on Solana. And their aim is to be the world's largest DAO. And it's very much focused on the community and providing value to holders. And, you know, the goals overall, as I've highlighted there, they're trying to succeed together by using resources provided to the community to find the best investments, trades, alphas, mints, and more. And then we can do so little, together we can do so much. That is a great motto, and I think it sums up the ethos of the GMers. So before we go too much further, also taken from the website here is the roadmap, and then I emphasize still the word tentative here, so tentative roadmap goals were staking Raffles, DAO Treasury, rate-to-earn, software tools, community building, creator hub, project domain, spreading the good vibes, and question mark. And more details are in the white paper that's yet to come out. Yeah, the other thing that's impressed me a lot through this is the strength and depth of the team. So Ace of Trades is the founder, and you can look him up at Ace of Trades on Twitter. Seems a really genuine guy. I've listened to him on many different spaces. I'm really focused on making this community work and the world's largest DAO. It's a real interesting experiment. Community team, so 25 plus community managers, alpha corners, command managers, rate leaders, and lead mods. And it really shows, to be honest, on their spaces in the Discord, it really shows they've got quite a number of competent hands in this. And the final part of the team from the website again is the roundtable. And I don't know how far forward this is, how many they've picked, whether they've picked all of them, or whether they've picked some of them. But they've got a big group of 15 to 20 builders, developers, influencers to help along the way as an advisory group. Okay, so I'm trying something out in this. It may have worked, it may not have worked. With any time will tell when I look back on this. I've been doing my best impression, but it's hurting my voice now, so I think I'll go back to my own voice for the rest of it.
Okay, so here I am. What I'm going to do today is just go through GM's story so far, have a little look around some of the stuff that they've delivered, the hub. My story as far as the GMers go started in the Nifty Alpha chat. It was the day of mint, I believe. All the chat was about how much these whitelists were on Famous Fox. And I proceeded to get some and then start to have a look at the project, which is often the way with these things. So I attended some of their Twitter spaces, was really impressed with how good the spaces were, and how in-depth knowledge the team had, how focused the team was on delivering the mission. So I was really happy. And just a bit of background, they were originally going to cost one dust. So it was going to be a very cheap mint. Um, but the decision was made late on, I believe, to change it to a free mint. And as a result of that, what they did with the royalties was they've made the royalties 9.99% initially, up to the point of 85K in volume, and then 6.99. Hey, spelling mistake. Never mind. So that's fair enough. They're basically recouping the money that they would have made at mint, and then they're reducing the royalties. Obviously, from a trader perspective, I'd love to see less royalties. Massive shout out to Nifty Alpha chat for, as always, flagging these opportunities up. I think I maybe got about 5 or 6 white lists on Famous Fox. I was still trying to buy all through the day. And it minted on the 12th of September, which is quite important. 13 days ago, that's all. Not much time for a project on Solana to actually deliver stuff, especially a project of this magnitude, something that had never been done before. So the mint itself, there were effectively 50,000 of these NFTs people could get. And contrary to the current meta of people massively oversubscribing whitelists so that there's some sort of crazy bot war to get them, they only had 54,000 whitelists given out. And they were given out obviously in giveaways and stuff like that, but predominantly the lion's share, I believe, you got whitelist, you got 10 of these tokens dropped to you. And there wasn't that many available on Famous Fox, but I was glad I got some early. I think I got some for 0.05. I think I probably paid up to 0.09 for them. There were a couple of problems when the mint kicked off. As you'd understand, minting out 50,000 tokens, there were a couple of teething problems, and I think it maybe got delayed up to an hour. I don't know. But I was really impressed that they were straight in a Twitter space. They were explaining what was going on, and keeping people up to date constantly. Between the Twitter space and the Discord, there was plenty of communication going on. People didn't have a problem with it. It is the largest mint done, and by all rights, done on Solana, I believe. And by all rights, maybe it shouldn't have worked, but the reality is it did. It sold out in whitelist. So I think the whitelist was open for about 5 or 6 hours. It actually sold out during the whitelist phase. So, over 90 odd % of people who had whitelist minted, which was pretty crazy, really. I was very impressed with that. And I suppose the bit that I'm most impressed with is what they've delivered so far. So you saw they had a tentative roadmap. It's pretty fair to say they've delivered everything on that and more. I think the only thing that's outstanding maybe from it is the white paper, but I'm not sure that was on there, but that'll be coming soon, I'm sure. So they had software tools in Discord to help people with alpha and things like that. Pre-mint, I believe. They've been delivering daily spaces. They've been delivering alpha in the Discord. Really good alpha coming in there. They've set up the DAO and the sub DAOs, and they've delivered the hub, which has lots and lots of different things. So I'll just go through the rest of these and then we'll drop back to the hub and I'll show you that. So yeah, they've got raids, bounties, raffles, staking, leaderboard news. Also, you can set up your profile on there as well. And that's a partnership with Ghost Kid DAO, and it's really good. And we'll touch on that in a minute. They've got an Elixir pool for liquidity. They've set up a DTM machine with Bomber mines. They've got OpenSea listed. They've done a GMers survey. So they've done everything they said, and this is in 12 days, and they've literally been releasing things daily. So it's been very, very impressive on a project so large. So let's just have a look at that hub a second. So jumping into the hub, just check you've got my screen there. Yeah, you have. You land here, you need to connect your wallet. You can explore some bounties. So you'll see there's a couple of bounties out there. I've missed a few down here, but I've done some. So let's just have a look. Really, really easy to use. So there's a tweet. They want me to like it and retweet it. So I just hit start. Go into Twitter. I'll like and I'll retweet that. And then if I just tab back to the hub, then I can verify those two things. And I can claim my reward. So nice and easy there. There's another one that I'll do later, but I won't bore you with that. You've got raids, which are very similar at the moment. So you can go in and complete these. Often they're the same tweets, so you can go and raid those and just verify that you've done it. They've brought in a leaderboard, so a bit of competition here. Who's raiding the best? A lot of competition, obviously, because of the huge numbers. They've brought in your news all in one place. So degen news into the site. That's quite useful. You can just go back over degen news, see what they're talking about today. Staking platform, really, really bloody easy to use. And great take up. I mean, this is sort of, I think it leapt to about 14,000 immediately that it was open, and it's been going up substantially ever since. A few days ago, it was about 24. Now it's over 60% staked, and you're earning the Sun token. Again, as I say, really easy to use. You've then got some raffles that you can use your Sun for. So these have all, have they all gone now? Expired. Hopefully I won one of them, but so there was a one of one a couple of days ago, and these two were the day after. So there's stuff constantly coming into here, which is really good value. There's value for the Sun token. I mean, when Roadmap 2 comes out and when the white paper comes out, we'll have even more idea about what the use of the token is. But this project is looking really good. This is a really slick platform. Kudos to Ghost Kid DAO. It is good. It's slick. It's up there, you know, as a really good platform, given that it's been up here for only a few days and it started with minimalistic, I think, bounties and raids it started with, and then various other functions have been added almost on a daily basis. So there's a constant stream of value that's coming back to users. So I'm really impressed with Ace of Trades and the team in what they've been able to deliver in such a short space of time. Yeah, so what else? Next steps coming up. V2 roadmap. Also the white paper as well coming up imminently soon. Really solid in terms of what has been delivered. So my confidence level in the team that they're going to keep delivering is very high. My confidence level in the team that they're not going anywhere and they're not going to rug, which is always one of the biggest worries in the Solana space, is really high. Again, not financial advice at all. But if we just look at how they're trading quickly, so just having a look in Mr. Bot here, you'll see kind of all-time high was around 0.71. And then you had some, consolidation that's normal after the normal run up. People, selling a free mint, what was effectively. You had a run up to about, well, what's that, 775 maybe listed. So, around about 15% at its high, down to about 80%, 70% at its low, and sitting at around 80%, not 80%, sorry, 7% stroke, and then now sitting at about 8% listed. So only, 3,900 out of 50,000 listed. Overall, performance looks really good. I I must admit I'm quite surprised because of the size of the project. I thought the crash might be quite spectacular when the volume slowed a little bit after the initial few days of hype. But what I'm actually seeing is a really solid community, and people really committed to the GMers and the prospects of what they can deliver with such a large group of people are pretty amazing. And the team seem to be fully aware of it and delivering quite a lot of value along the way. So entry point at the moment is about 0.41. Uh, whether that's a good entry point at the moment or not, I do feel they've got more in them to grow, but not too sure about the pullback. I'd want to go a little bit more into the charts if I was going to say that. So overall, I think probably looking at this project, I would say it's a really strong project, a really interesting project in terms of doing something completely different in the space. Um, I'm surprised at how well the price has held up and how little selling of the free mint there's been, but it does kind of reflect what you see in the Discord in terms of people's commitment to the project, and certainly what you see as well on Twitter every day. And the size of the group really means they can make some social impact out there in Twitter land. They, lots of people sharing, lots of people retweeting, lots of people wearing their GMers. So I think great project. I've got about 20 of them. I think, maybe 6 or 7 were whitelist tokens. The rest I've tried to pick up at various points. Um, whether it's a good time to get in, I don't know. Watch the charts, but do I think this team has the potential to grow the NFT's value? Certainly. And have they demonstrated an ability so far? Well, definitely. I mean, to have a 50,000 mint that went seamlessly, um, is pretty damn impressive. That volume of people, 5 hour, 6 hour sellout, something like that. So, all in all, GMers, great project, great community. It's good to be in there for the alpha, um, and the raids and the staking. And I can't wait to see what they can do going forward because the team seems strong and the upside seems to be there. Um, I'm still amazed with so many NFTs, but people are really committed. So just one final point I wanted to mention. If anyone's looking for a good project on ETH, I want to mention Wise Fellas. They're having a special sale this weekend, so you've probably got about 12 hours left half price mints at 0.0111 ETH. I got it slightly wrong. There's about 830 left to mint now. And it's a great project. Oscar winning founder for visual effects, worked on things like Spider-Man and the Matrix films, amongst many, many, many other things. All drawn on a mobile phone, and a really fun collecting community. Lots of variety in there. So have a look at that. Go and have a look at their Twitter. We've got another 3 videos today. So we're going to be looking at Panzer Dogs. We're going to be looking at Kumalian, and we're also going to be looking at doing an update on Bunny Buddies. So please, if you like the content, like and subscribe. It really helps us out in terms of getting YouTube to see the actual content and to score us up. Hopefully you liked what you've seen, and I'll just try another voice to finish.
I think this one could go to the moon.
Okay, bye-bye. See you on the next video. Like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.